Hey everybody, welcome to the January 2026 issue of my free local and fun monthly email newsletter. I have about 3,000 local subscribers, which is really awesome, and I get a lot of really good feedback. So I hope there's something for you in this issue and in every issue. A couple of housekeeping items. One is if you like a story, at the bottom of each story, you'll see a share this story by email or share this story to Facebook. So I encourage you to do that. And what's the other housekeeping thing? Oh, I have a goal this year of hitting 100 Google reviews. So if we've worked together and you haven't written a Google review, or if we've just worked together on a volunteer effort or community thing, or I helped you as a resource, you can just search my name and Google will bring up a little thing on the right-hand side of your screen and you can see where the stars are. You could just write a review. Or at the bottom of every newsletter, there's a little button that says, please write a Google review. So big story this month is Pyrrhotite. It's spelled Pyrrhotite. It's an aggregate that's used in concrete foundations accidentally over the course of decades. And now what they're realizing is that they're destroying foundations. And there's 49 towns that are affected in Massachusetts. Princeton has at least one so far. Westminster's got some. It's not a Connecticut issue. You can't fix it by just putting up a block wall next to your foundation. You cannot make it a homeowner's insurance claim. It does cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to jack your house up and replace your foundation. And that's the only way to fix it. So I'm very encouraged for the people people I know who have ruined foundations. And even if you don't personally have a ruined foundation or ruining itself foundation, if you live in a town that has them, which 49 out of 351 so far have them, towns that is, have at least one affected home. Rutland, as an example, has a form on their website that I put right on my story that I wrote about it to get a tax abatement. So if my neighbor gets a tax abatement because they have a worthless house, my taxes are going to go up. So it will affect you. So I'm really hopeful that the state takes action and follows the Connecticut model, which is a very low impact way of helping people to replace their foundations. I had a client, actually not a client, somebody who might have been a client, but he didn't need to have the transaction after all. Very grateful. He sent me a very, very generous gift card. And he said, the only criteria, Jen, the only requirement is that you spend it on yourself, which is really kind of tough for me to do, but I did. So he bought me the gift card, so I bought a photo scanner. I've always wanted a photo scanner, and I started going through really old photos. This is a parsonage, I think, that Jay's family lived in the who knows what era. And then this is Lester and Myron, and nobody's going to know who Lester and Myron are in 30 years, so 50 years. So I've been scanning. So I think I scanned 500 photos on the first day. I was had scan exhaustion, but it's so fun. So I'm going to show you real quick how I scan them and how easy it is. And I totally recommend this for somebody, it's a great activity to do with somebody. If you have a grandma and she's got 7 million photos, you really want to hear those stories anyway. And so my story talks about how I tag them and how I've sorted them. And what I did was I shared a link to some people for their Christmas gifts. So that was really fun. So I'm going to show you real quick how I scan those, and I'll be back. I'm going to show you how the scanner works. It's pretty amazing. So here's the parsonage photo, and I just put it in face down. It goes onto my laptop. This one, it maxes out at 8.5 by 11, or rather 8 by 10, and this one's bigger. So I have to do it not the right direction. And there's a million ways I can edit it. I'm tending to leave the older ones the way they are because I like kind of the odd coloring. And then we have Lester and Myron here. I'm gonna put them in. This is a little thicker. And that's it. And that's how you can see that I can scan 500 photos in a day. It was a long day. But this is the Plus Tech photo scanner. It was about $200, and it's literally something I've wanted to do for years. So I'm very, very, very happy to have this. Very grateful for my client who gave it to me. And it's really fun to see some of these old photos. Another thing I bought, because I was required to spend this gift card on myself. I had recently, because when we had all 5 of the 6 kids back over Thanksgiving, I had a friend of a friend teach us how to make homemade pasta. And it was so ridiculously easy. Did you know it really only needs 2 ingredients, eggs and flour, not even water or salt. So I was surprised myself, but I said, I'm going to buy myself an attachment for my KitchenAid. And I have made some of the best meals with this homemade pasta. I'm not sure if I already talked about the tattoo regret. I believe I did. So I have a tattoo regret story, if I didn't already talk about it. The Westminster Community Food Pantry needs some more followers. They had a page with about 580 followers on it that I had developed probably 15 years ago, and for various reasons they've needed to start a new page, and now they only have 80. So I'm not asking for money, I'm not asking for food, but if you could just click the link in my newsletter, follow the story, or even search it out to Westminster Community Food Pantry. It is burn permit season, and I have a story with links for your town of how you go ahead and get your burn permit. If that's considered a resource story, and resource stories are stories that are either a whole bunch of resources by town or a whole bunch of resources by category. So for instance, certified pre-owned vehicles near me has it by manufacturer. Did my car get recalled? I've got where to get ice cream, where to get breakfast, holiday house tours, where to pick your own fruits and vegetables, some hiking paths, all kinds of things. So I have 50 so far in the first 3 years of writing my newsletter. So I just put a story together with all 50 of them, and the oldest ones are first. So if you like one of those stories, I encourage you to just share it with somebody. Let me know if I need to add somebody to a resource story, or if if you have other ideas for other resource stories. Sports magnets. During COVID, we all got stuck with something. I got stuck with 500 baseball magnets, so I just forgot about them after that. So I just did order a limited quantity of Red Sox sports schedule magnets. If you would like me to pop one in the mail to you, just message me in any way you can find me. I'm very easy to find, and I'll put some in the mail to you, and I'll also let you know where you can just pick one up if you want. The real estate market is interesting. It's perfectly fine. We have some new laws. One of them is about home inspections, and so buyers are having home inspections. I listed a house in Westminster on New Year's Eve day. We had open houses that first weekend of the year. Lots of people through. Price point was $525. And we got several offers. The buyers, I believe the transaction's moving along just fine. They had a home inspection. It seemed to go well. If it didn't, we've got backup offers. And so the market's just different right now. But if your house is prepared, clean, tidy, toilet seats are down, magnets are off the fridge, we make the beds, we hide the trash, we can light switch plates, clean your light switch plates. I'm in there with clients getting their houses ready. We have a combination of elbow grease, sweat equity, low impact, low cost, high impact repairs if needed, and excellent realtoring, of course. Excuse me. And the real estate market, I just put a few interesting little snippets of stories in there. A house that I was working with the buyer on had a really terrible home inspection, and we made it work. Then when we had the 6 kids back for Thanksgiving, 5 kids back for Thanksgiving, I said to my youngest son, we should go candlepin bowling. And he said, oh, American flatbread, Worcester. So we did. I wrote a story about this, and I think 9 of us went, and we clean bowling shoes, food, a bar. It was really fun. So my popular stories from last month, Haywood Wakefield, children's edition with all those photos. People really like those. I got a lot of really cool stories. And then Brookbound Nursery, new ownership, now called Brookbound. Those girls must have shared that story because it's tied for first place. And usually a business taking over another business does not get tied for first place. So those 2 stories I redid in the newsletter, as well as relatable comedy, because last month I forgot to include mention of relatable comedy is my favorite in the newsletter intro video. So I just kind of refeatured it. Then I have a list of properties, what's sold this month and that my team and I sold, what did my team and I help buyers with, what are some new listings, and I've got a new construction listing that I just did a price reduction to $825. It's in Westminster. It's the best value square footage price you'll find. in town, and I have an open house Saturday, January 10th, 10 to 12. I'm also happy to meet people there for a private showing. It's really beautiful. If I can help with anything, if you know somebody who's talking about selling and they just want like a no obligation, no pressure, second consultation person, or they haven't talked to anybody yet and they don't know where to start, or they're looking to buy and they don't know where to start, and they don't, is this a good time to buy? Is this a good time to sell? I just have no obligation conversations with people all the time. So if you know somebody, or if you even know somebody who, just a couple quick things is I'm working with, I know somebody who's looking to buy a condo in Maine. I know somebody who's moving here from Florida, and their agent reached out to me. I love this, and asked me to help them buy a house in Massachusetts. What else do I have? So those are called referrals. They're like inbound referrals, outbound referrals. I love doing the research to find the best agent for that personality type, for the price point, for the area. It doesn't take me that much work, and I love making the connection with the other agents. So whether you know someone local looking to buy or sell, or you know someone anywhere in the country. In fact, I have a referral right now in another country. Somebody has a property to sell in another country, and I luckily speak the same language, and I'm making that work. So don't think your requests are silly. If there's anything I can help with, you can call or text me, 978-870-9260, 978-870-9260. You can Facebook message me, Instagram message me. You can use the contact form on my website. You can email me at jennifershenk.com. You can go to my website, jenshenk.com. There's some contact buttons there. Whatever I can be a resource for, just reach out. And to go back, I'd love a Google review, and please share my stories with your friends. Thank you.